something for youngins who tryna reach goals. And still can't stop, won't stop. Did the puffy with the bob, smell the roses, no capping, not done a lie, baby.
If AAU is the main season, the most important season, then that means winter season, regular season, high school season, township season, that's really like preseason. Because really you need to be prepared for the spring and summer, which is that AAU season. So that means those high school, those wintertime programs, those should really be about development, right? You need to develop, change the things of your game. That's basically your off season now. You need to be able to work on things in your game to get better so that you're ready and you're a better player come spring and summer. That's really how that should go. The reason that it's not, so even if everybody was on that same page right there, you'd have a problem with most high school programs because the coaches right now are still in the mindset of records. They're in the mindset of winning games. Not everybody, right? But for the most part, those coaches want to win games, so they don't have time to develop individual players. They're not developing players' games. They're implementing systems and plays and schemes and figuring out ways and putting their best players on the floor to figure out ways to win games. So you have kids sitting on the bench, not really getting to do a whole lot throughout the season. You have, this is almost in every program, the whole JV team, all they do is really play defense all season on the varsity team and shadow the other opponent who you're about to play that week. They shadow what their schemes are so that the varsity team could prepare. And then you only play 7, 8, maybe 9 kids in a rotation. So you have a huge program full of players, probably 20 something, 30 odd kids who aren't really developing during that winter season. So how are they supposed to go into the real season, the important season of AAU in the spring and summer and be ready and be better? They really just sat on the bench the whole winter and didn't do shit, didn't develop their game. So, and even if that this is another problem, even at least where we are, even where if people did take that attitude and they use that winter season for development, how many high school coaches out there can develop players, can literally help a kid with his jump shot, his footwork, his moves, his reads to score one-on-one, be able to find him other spots on the floor when the ball is not in his hand to be able to score, like literally go through the details of that stuff and break it down like an NBA trainer would. How many guys can really do that? How many guys know what it feels like to have to close out on defense, to have to close out on a guy who can go left, right, dunk on you, step back, catch and shoot? How many guys ever had to guard guys like that or had to be in the game on a team at important moments when they had to go close out on guys like that? How many were the other guy on the other end? How many of those coaches were the other guy who somebody had to close out on them and they were a nightmare for defenders? How many guys were that? Doesn't mean nobody was. There's definitely a lot of guys that were, but a lot that weren't. So how are we going to be able to develop players if they're doing all that stuff with those other programs throughout that winter season and that fall season? How are they going to develop when these are the programs they're at? This is where they're spending all of their time, and those programs are not set up. It's nobody's fault. Not blaming anybody. We're not shitting on people, but those programs are not set up to develop. They're not set up to get kids ready for the spring and the summer seasons. So there's another problem just with how the regular basketball culture flows as far as seasons and teams and programs. That is something that has to be fixed. If you want to be a part of REL Academy, you want to come here and train, go to relacademy.com to learn more about it and inquire. You can shoot a call or a text to 412-660-4790. We love to get you to the academy and get you to experience what we do here.